So here's another question. We're not going to poll on this one, but I'd like to know what you think. Just because I can 3D print a part, should I? And what's the best machine and material to use? How do I truly leverage the power of additive manufacturing? Are you waffling about these kind of decisions? Not really sure? Well, you're not alone. Manufacturers don't always have the in-house knowledge or expertise to really determine the best way or whether they even could or should additively manufacture parts. This wastes valuable time and resources on trial and error in the manufacturing process. So we're fortunate at SME to be working in partnership with industry expert Dr. Michael Greaves, who's the Executive Director of CAMID at the Florida Institute of Technology, to solve this important issue with SME's ITEAM. Please watch this short video.
Can I make it? Should I make it? And then, what's the best machine, material, and process for my part? Answering these questions quickly and accurately will help you make better decisions, be more profitable, and maximize design for additive manufacturing. SME is proud to launch a new initiative, the User-Driven Independent Technical Evaluation of Additive Manufacturing, or ITEAM. ITEAM is a virtual repository of additive manufacturing machines and materials, plus the tools you'll need to evaluate additively manufactured parts. SME is creating ITEAM working in collaboration with Dr. Michael Greaves, renowned expert at Florida Tech, General Motors, and other industry leaders in automotive, aerospace, and beyond. Together, ITEAM is developing a new expert system that will greatly accelerate profitable additive manufacturing. Join us. Be a part of an exciting new community where you'll have the tools you need to evaluate your parts, maximize design for additive manufacturing, plus match up with the best machines and materials. The time to accelerate profitable and effective additive manufacturing is now.
Please welcome Dr. Michael Greaves.
So I'm Dr. Mike Greaves from the Florida Institute of Technology, more commonly called Florida Tech. And I'm a distinguished university professor and the executive director for our Center for Advanced Manufacturing and Innovative Design. And our center is located in wonderful Palm Bay, Florida. We get a lot of visitors during the winter, go figure. But Palm Bay and Florida Tech have recognized the importance of manufacturing. And we're basically working on creating infrastructure and capabilities in advanced manufacturing, but especially additive manufacturing. And so, but I have to admit that I am a native of the Detroit area, and in fact grew up in the city next to SME's headquarters. And so I've had a long relationship with SME, decades old. In fact, for those of you that are familiar with the concept of the digital twin, I created and developed that and first introduced it at an SME event back in 2002. Kind of wallowed for a while, but it's really caught on in terms of understanding how we can use information to do a better job in creating products and focusing on that kind of capability. So I'm delighted and privileged to be working with SME in terms of creating this new consortium, ITEAM, which stands for the Independent Technical Evaluation of Additive Manufacturing. And so what we believe is that by working together in a collaborative method, we can basically advance the additive manufacturing area and accelerate that advancement over time. And in point of fact, what our focus is basically to have the individual participants be able to benefit as they work in collaboration. And so while you may have heard that there's no I in team, we've put the I back in team. And so we hope that that we will benefit the individual participants, the companies, the users, the machine producers, material producers, and the ecosystem that we're focused on developing. And so I'd like to kind of run you through what our mission is and kind of where we're at in terms of doing that. So the ITEAM mission is the creation and operation of an analysis platform and dynamic repository of equipment, material, and capabilities to evaluate the can I make it and should I make it. So the technical and business issues that are going to drive additive manufacturing. We want to engage feedback from actual user experience to close the gap between theoretical, what people think is going to happen, and the actual performance. Because by closing that gap, only by closing that gap, will we be able to move this area forward and convince the executive suite that they ought to make the necessary investments to drive this capability. We believe that additive manufacturing is disruptive technology, and the characteristic of disruptive technologies are they look like they're not ready for prime time or only useful for a small aspect of product creation and things like that, but quickly they overcome the conventional ways of doing things. And so we believe that additive manufacturing is that capability. And then we want to influence and guide design for additive manufacturing, what we're calling DFAM, to advance the design and parts and assemblies to minimize material usage, complexity, and resource usage. So we think that the big opportunities is not necessarily in the existing parts, although we think that there's opportunities in that particular area, but designing new parts that we couldn't design before that will be lighter, have less parts, and have capabilities built in that we can't build in with subtractive capabilities are going to drive this area much farther. And so the intent of ITEAM is to build this ecosystem that will basically help accelerate because users are telling us that they need to have confidence in making recommendations to management about the can I and should I. And SME is in a very unique position to be able to be a trusted third party for these users to help make those decisions. We think that not only it benefits the users, but it will benefit the machine producers and material producers in shortening sales cycle times and having better informed a user community to make better decisions and to be able to be confident in the decisions that they make. And so the focus of what we're going to do is to build out a platform that will be this informational repository that will help drive the idea of additive manufacturing information. And so the platform is called the Rapid Additive Manufacturing Platform, RAMP, and the architecture looks like this. It's a layered architecture that basically will create this idea of a central repository of all the machines and materials and capabilities that will form the core of it. We're obviously very concerned about security, and so we have plans in terms of behind the firewall for those companies that are concerned about intellectual property, and then obviously the ability of having a little marketplace or ability of being able to add capabilities from users. So the top part is the thing that we're very excited about, is the ability of basically collecting all the information in a single place to basically be able to provide sort of a one-stop shopping for information and capability analysis in additive manufacturing. And so across the top you see that we sort of define areas that we think that the applications that can be built by not only the users themselves, but the providers, manufacturers, for basically doing the analysis of can I build it and should I build it is extremely important in being able to do that. And we've driven off this repository that we've created, and I'll show you very shortly. We basically are looking at users having free apps, for fee apps. We're going to collect the guides, guidelines, standards. And we're not a creator of those things, but they all need to be in one place to have users have the capabilities of being able to do that. SME has an extensive library of material, educational material, and videos on additive manufacturing. We will collect those there and be able to provide those. At sort of the top level is this thing that I have identified as SAM-CT, which is a methodology developed by General Motors, and then a proof of concept was financed by the United States Center for Automotive Research. and it stands for size, accuracy, and material, cost, and throughput. So that is the can I build it and should I build it? And so we actually have created an app, and you can, if you go to the SME booth, you'll be able to see it evaluate parts along those particular bases. And so U.S. Car has given to SME the rights to use this capability. So that's at the very high level, just to show you what's possible. We also have gotten Infosys, which is a major software or IT developer, and they have, they're showing in our SME booth costing modules that will build into this platform. So this whole idea of basically being able to have all this information in one place and have a platform where we're able to accelerate the advancements of additive manufacturing by having users have confidence in the can I and should I decisions before they basically make decisions about making expensive acquisitions to their management. If they're not comfortable about doing that, it's not going to happen. So we need to accelerate that and to take advantage of the fact that it is a disruptive technology and we really need to advance it. So what we're releasing today is this ITEAM repository inquiry, and this is the form that's out there that you can put in the criteria that you're looking for particular machines, and it will send you back the list of machines that meet those qualifications. We have it populated with the machines that are in use today and are actually being sold, and but this is a beta release of it. We are looking for the community. Again, this is a consortium of users and machine material producers to give us feedback, and if we're missing information on it, my Florida Tech folks are basically working to do that. And so we will have a process in place that allows us to update this on a constant basis. So I have grad students that are working to basically make sure that this information is correct. And so I would encourage you to give it a try. Maybe not all at once since it's a beta version, but I think that you'll be able to see that we are able to go out and search on particular capabilities. So this is a repository that forms the core, but what we want to do is to build upon that, these applications and analysis. And again, I'd encourage you to stop by the booth and look at the SAM-CT tool that was developed by us for the United States Center for Automotive Research. So how do you get to this form to give it a try? So if you go out to the SME ITEAM site, which is sme.org/ITEAM, you'll see there's a button that says to try the ITEAM tool. And so go out to the website. You'll see the video that was shown before, and there's other information about ITEAM. We'd encourage you to be part of ITEAM. We had a user meeting yesterday and got very favorable results. But again, you know, as a user-driven organization, we want to make sure that we're focused on the needs and issues of our constituency in order to be able to do the best job that we can in developing these capabilities. And so you have two nonprofits working on this, obviously SME and the Florida Institute of Technology. So we don't have a profit motive, but we do have a motive to get this right and to do a great job in terms of advancing the capability. You can send us information and contacts. We have an email, iteam@fit.edu, that will basically, we're looking for suggestions, ideas, tool issues, things that will help you make those decisions. And so with that, I thank you for your attention this morning. Go to this website and give a try of the tool, and certainly visit the pod that we have in the SME booth next door. And we look forward to getting feedback and moving this forward. We do have a development plan where we'll be adding things as we go along, and so our focus is to kick this off. So thank you very much for your attention, and have a great show.